Hello, how you doing? I told y'all a while back I want to give y'all an update on my health. Yesterday I went to the new GI doctor, and come to find out, because, you can't really hear over the phone and all that, these receptionists. My doctor's last name is, Usher. I was like, thinking this, tall, dark, and handsome, black man is gonna come in and, what, his last name Usher, because I never, first thing come to mind, because I'm really awesome, Sagittarius, true and true. I'm like, I looked at the nurse and go, does he have a cousin named Raymond? Famous cousin, you never know in this world. I mean, the whitest motherfucker, you ever seen, skinny as F, and I'm like, shit, is he adopted or something? I'm really trying not to be brutally honest, trying to keep to myself, like this, but, I have to have two, on the same day, two birds, one stone, even he said that, I'm like, that's my saying. On the 6th, I have to have GI procedures, outpatient. I go next week to try to see if, about any treatment about perimenopause. About that stage of life now. Fuck. I want to do the thing where, I want to stay young forever, I'm a Toys R Us kid. Fuck, we don't have Toys R Us anymore here. And yes, I say fuck, because I let that stage of life away, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'll be fucking honest, My parents are dead, my sisters, they're far away, they can't beat me up. And my brothers are not here with us anymore. They're in the great beyond with my parents. So, and my grandparents, they're there too. So, I speak, clearly. Because, no one's going to tell me what to do. I am my own person, at the point I want. And I will tell you, I'm brutally honest. People never, be brutally honest, oh, menopause, you have the hot flushes. Fuck, no, you don't have hot flushes, you're on fucking fire, and you get heat rash, all over your fucking body, and you live in, the south, where it's 1,000 degrees. And, the moon swings, it's not very, kind to people, Sagittarius, brutally honest, and I will kill you with my honesty. I physically kill you, but make you wish your mother swallowed you. Just so you know, in the phone, you don't want, people with this, bullcrap, bullshit, anymore.